Hello, this is Kumkum. I'll be speaking today on the themes and issues in the short story The Enemy, written by Pearl S. Buck. The short story The Enemy is a wonderful account of Dr. Sadao, an established Japanese doctor who is placed in an awkward situation as he rescues an American fugitive and shelters him for a while. The story narrates Sadao's dilemma between his role as a doctor and that of a patriot, and eventually brings out the themes of racism and the conflict between the Oriental and Occidental world, along with the difference between the thinking of the educated mind and the illiterate world. Quite early in the story, Dr. Sadao Hoke and his wife Hannah happened to spot a floating body flung up out of the ocean who turns out to be a wounded soldier, a white man, as pointed out by Hannah. A dilemma runs through the couple as they weigh and measure the consequence of sheltering an American fugitive on one hand and nursing the wounded man on the other. Eventually, after much hesitation, the couple suppress their racism and carry the ailing man home, laying him on the deeply matted floor of Sadao's father's room. The feeling of racism is strongly reflected when Yumi, the attendant, refuses to even touch the American soldier when asked to wash him before the operation. As Sadao and Hannah continue to retain the soldier in their home until his recovery, the servants leave their service one after another, and the couple continue to live in continuous terror of being reported about sheltering an enemy. Racism is vivid even in Sadao's decision of marrying Hannah. He became serious with her only when he was certain that she belonged to his race. This was somewhat ingrained in Sadao by his racist father, who would not approve his marriage had he dared to choose someone out of his own race, while he studied in the United States. Another theme that obliquely finds its way in the story is the conflict between the West and the East, and also between the educated and the illiterate. We find the simple room of Sadao's father, which is bereft of any furniture or decorum, and this represents the less gorgeous lifestyle of the East as compared to the gorgeous West that is studded with furniture and fixtures. Again, the distinction between the illiterate world, represented by the servants of Sadao's home, and the educated world of Sadao and Hannah is quite overtly presented. We find that during the crisis, the illiterate servants fail to understand the philanthropic feeling of the doctor and his wife for the wounded fugitive. For the servants, the only driving force is their narrowed communal thinking as a Japanese, and for the couple it is the broader educated perspective to care not only for one's own countrymen but also for any human being across the world. Sadao and Hannah's patriotic feelings are broadened by their educated mind that work as a driving force for them to look after and heal an injured fugitive even though he is a national enemy. Thank you.